Guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I have my overhead lights off right now just so that maybe you can see a little bit of this little lantern that we made today and our little flickering lights in there. We made it look like a little woodland scene. This is just a die cut, and we'll show you all that in the process. But I wanted to demo these Flameless tea light candles from Vont. They sent me these. They sent me 2 boxes of these to do a review on, and they have sponsored this video, so I really appreciate that. But I just wanted to show you this. It's very easy to make. Now, I did not make this out of chipboard. I made this out of a heavy cardstock because I plan on just sitting it up on at my fireplace and just letting it burn like that, so it's not going to have to be anything heavy. But you could certainly make this out of chipboard if you wanted to. I give you all the measurements and everything, so instead of doing these sides in cardstock, you could just do the sides in chipboard, and that will make it a little bit stronger. But we're going to show you the full process of how this is made, so let's get into the project. So you're going to start off with 2 sheets of paper that are 10.5 by 7. Now you're going to score, if on the short side you're going to score at 1/2, and then at, let's see, well, I didn't write that measurement down. You're scoring at 1/2, and then you're scoring at 6.5. So 1/2 and 6.5, and then you're going to turn it to the long side, and you're going to score at 1/2, 5.25, and 10. Now this is just the basic lantern size. If you have a different opening that you want to use or a different die you want to use, then you go with that. This is just for my die. This is a die that I got from May, I think, last year, and it's just like the birch trees in the forest. So I'm using this one, and what I did was just kind of measure to see how big of an opening I needed and kind of went from there. But if whatever size opening you want, if you want the same size opening as me and just put tissue paper on there, you can do that and have your light show through. You can put vellum on there and have your light show through. Lots of different ways that you can do this. So I'm just kind of giving you my overall measurements. So I give you those. Now this opening right here is 4 by 5. It's just a little bit smaller than my die. So it's a little bit smaller than the die so that I have room to glue my die on there. Okay, so like I said, whatever die you want to use, you adjust your opening by that. Now, let's see. Between your 2 openings, you need to skip 3/4 of an inch. So from here to here, and then I've got 3/4 of an inch in the middle, and then I've got about 3/4 on each end. Yeah. So, and mine's not perfect. Don't try to get it perfect. Just make it pretty. That's all you need to do. Now, you can do this out of chipboard. I'm just using a heavy cardstock. That's all I'm going to use on this one. It will work just as good. So, after you get all your score lines in, what you need to do is cut out, just do a little oval and cut out your corners here, like we always do when we're making a box or covering a mini album, anything like that. I don't know about you, but I love lanterns. I just think they're so pretty. We have quite a few around here just in the house, and I like to go through at night and turn them on and just turn all the lights on and watch them flicker. I always use flameless candles. I never use candles that have flames in them, because you would not want to do that with this, especially since it's paper. But it's just something that's pretty. Now in this middle part right here, you're going to need to cut out a little V in that. So just where your score line is, just kind of cut you out a good V shape, so that when you fold that up like that, let me show you this way. See, when you fold that up, that folds over. And then you're going to do that at the top as well. So, just like that. Okay. Then we're going to do this one the same identical way. Now, I don't know if May still has any of those dies. I will look, and if she does, I'll link them below. Or you may have one of these dies. I don't know that either. But you can use like a floral die, anything that makes a pretty scene in there. You could even put vellum on there, and then behind the vellum do a little house scene. That would be pretty too. There's lots and lots of different ways you could do this. You do not have to do exactly what I'm doing. I just want to do this to show you how this will work. Now, on these little pieces right here, I have gone through and burnished them really, really well. Okay, now to put these together, I think I'm going to use art glitter glue, just because it'll give me a little bit of wiggle room, and I want to try to get these as straight as I can. So let's just grab our art glitter glue and put a nice bead down through here. And I'm going to hold this a little bit closer to me. I think you can still see it, but it just helps me see where I need to put that. All right, and then you're going to fold it over. And we're going to put some art glitter glue right here. And then you're going to fold this one down. And just try to match up your score lines at the end. That's all I did. Just like that. Alright, so there's the start of our little lantern. So I'm just going to press these down really well to make sure they're glued. Now we're just going to look to see which one might be the best for the top and which one might be the best for the bottom. And I really don't think there's a big difference in it. Let's see. Now I think both of them look about the same. So we're just going to go through and put our little trees down here. Our little tree dies. Let's see which way's up and which way's down. I think that's up. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to run a small little bead of glue right around the edge of my opening. I'll have to probably mop up a little bit of that glue, but that's okay. It'll still work. There we go. So we have that down. Isn't that cute? Then you're going to fold this over. You're going to put one over here. So make sure that our trees are going the right way. Okay, so there are all of our die cuts put in there. And now I'm going to, let's see, this is my top. So on the bottom, what I'm going to do is just kind of fold these corners over and then glue one on top of the other. And that's going to kind of help everything be straight, hopefully. Just going to hold it for a second. Now I have cut a little piece for the bottom, and it's cut at 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to put it on the bottom just to kind of help stabilize everything. You're just going to glue it straight down to those little pieces that you folded over. Okay, so there's our bottom. And then with these, you're just going to fold those inside if you don't want to put a top on it. I'm not going to put a top on mine, so just so that I can have access to the inside anytime I want. You could put a little half top on there if you wanted to, or a top that would open and close. You could put one of those on there. But I'm just going to fold this over to make it a little bit stronger. Just going to fold them, put glue on them, and fold them is all I'm going to do. Alright, so there's the top. Just got everything folded in. And now let's put a tea light in here and see what it looks like. We're going to decorate it a little bit more, but we're going to put a tea light in first. This is the 24 Flameless tea lights from Vont that they sent me. And I'm pretty sure I do have a discount code below. I'll link that if you want to check these out. They've already got the batteries and everything in them, so they're ready to go. I'm just going to put 3 in here since this is kind of big. Cute. Alright, let's decorate the sides before we start playing with the lights. So I have cut out, just, you know me, I've cut out some butterflies. And since in the woods there's usually butterflies everywhere, so we're just going to put a few little butterflies around. Now this is a little butterfly vine, or a little butterfly branch. We're going to put one on each corner. I'm going to put this one right here. I'm just putting a little dot of glue right in the center of all my butterflies. And I'm going to make sure that I've got it right side up. There we go. We'll glue that right there. Okay, there's that little branch. And then over here, I think I put a little butterfly like he's flying away. And I just used some paper that had a little bit of color to it so that my butterflies would have some color in there. And flip it over. Then we have a small little butterfly that we're going to put up here. Well, let's put him right here in the middle. And you could always put tissue paper behind this too if you wanted to. That would make it really pretty. Or vellum. Anything like that that you wanted to. Lots of different options. Alright. Put these little guys down. Then I think I'm going to come back and put some bling in the center of these. So let me grab some bling. So here is our lantern. Now it's going to be kind of hard for me to show you how these lights work because it's very, very bright here today. But they are nice little, see there you can see that. They're nice little flickering lights. And I'm just going to sit them down in here. And then I'll turn my overhead lights off just to see, so that you can see a little bit. There we go. You can see a little bit down in there. And if I turn it up, they're going to show through. There we go. But at night, that's going to be so pretty showing through those little branches there, little trees. I love that. And like I said, you can go ahead and put some vellum on the inside if you want to make it a little bit more muted. I kind of like the looks of this, but that's up to you. And I may even put 4 or 5 in here since they sent me a huge box I may even add some more in there so it'll give out a little bit more light. But that is what we have made today, and I want to thank Vont for sponsoring this video for us. We really appreciate that. They sent me 2 boxes of these 24 flameless candles, and I love flameless candles. That's all I ever use. I'm a little bit too scared of real fire. It says they're 100 plus hours of life. The battery type, it gives you the battery type, and it shows that they're plastic. They're flickering, realistic, gorgeous design, and batteries included. So that's everything that you would want to know. I will link the link to these below, as well as my discount code for you, and we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I'll take some photos of this in a dark room so that you can see how it's going to look, but we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.